The world is changing so fast, and our responsibility as adults, as parents, is to figure out how best to prepare our children for the future that is so uncertain. At Taktse, we believe that we are best going to achieve that by making sure our kids are confident, that they are strong readers, and that they are strong thinkers. We know that if they have these fundamental skills, they'll be able to adjust and adapt as the new technologies and new opportunities create jobs and destroy jobs. So we're really excited to explore with parents this difficult decision about what school makes sense for their children. We're doing something very different in Sikkim at Taktse, and it will seem strange because it's so different. But we want it to be an option. And as adults, as parents, it's important for us to know our options. And even for the kids, they're so mature these days at such a young age, it's important that they know the options of what kind of environment is going to best cultivate them towards confidence and lifelong learning, and of course, reading. So we're looking forward to meeting a bunch of parents and discussing this and exploring expectations.
Hi, my name is Ms. Anugrah Rai, a senior educator in Taktse International School, and this is my 13th year at Taktse.
Hi, I'm Ms. Prerna, and I've been working at Taktse International School for 12 years, and I teach middle school English.
Okay, so Ms. Prerna, could you tell us what you feel successful about this year in terms of teaching?
There are so many things I feel successful, but for me the most important one would be, initially when my students, they came to grade 6, they were reading at very low level. They were reading at grade 2 level, where it was difficult for them to pronounce the word. But within few months, they are able to read at grade 4 level or grade 5 level or grade 6 level. So I'm really, I feel successful when they are reading at grade 6 level. So that is something that I will always feel good about. Nice. Could you please share yours?
Yeah, like yours, I think I also have many successful moments this year, but off the top of my head, I can think of a discussion that we call it a shared inquiry discussion that I recently had in grade 5, where we were supposed to, all students and teachers, we were supposed to read a story named Two Brothers, and then I was really amazed to see how the students were really able to think critically. They were unafraid to share their ideas and opinions based on the text. So I really felt successful about that class.
That's interesting. Can you please share about, so far, which PD was really engaging or productive for you?
I think professional development is a huge opportunity given to us in Taktse, I feel. As we say, learning never stops. Mm-hmm. So I think PD gives us this opportunity to really learn and grow in Taktse for teachers. And eventually, I think we do benefit personally, but I think eventually we take our learnings to the classroom where the students definitely benefit from those professional development sessions. So I can think of Miss Maria Fihi, who visited us this year and then really worked with a group of lit teachers and the other faculty members also, and then we did a lot of sessions on the novel study, and then I think I really liked one of her key ideas, which was to just start any teaching or learning with just making observations of the text or the world or a painting or anything. So that was my biggest takeaway. And there was one more I can think of, Mr. Daniel, whose sessions have really helped me shift my perspective, and then also the idea of loosening our attachment with just one way or a fixed way of thinking. So I think those are the two PDs.
So Ms. Anugrah, can you please tell me what is the difference between the education that you received and the education that you're giving to the student right now?
Yeah, talking about my personal experience, I went to a conventional school where, yeah, I agree that I got a decent education, but I think it was mostly about rote learning where we had to memorize everything. And then specifically talking about writing ideas, where we had to memorize essays and even letter to your friend, and essays, like whatever the teacher would have given us, we had to memorize the exact same thing and then copy and write. So I don't think so. I mean, that was something that we could really think about ourselves and write. I mean, I could think about my friend and write about like 10 lines about my friend, but even an essay or 10 lines about my friend, my pet dog. So I think those also had to be memorized really. So, but now when I see the approach here at Taktse, I think it's very different. It's focused mostly on skills and skill building, so you're not just able to memorize and write only one essay, but if you are given the skill, I think, and the space and that encouragement, I think the kids really have, and they really come up with good ideas to come up with their own creative writings where they can express in their own unique voices. So I think that's one of the differences that I see in the education I received and the one that I'm giving right now. How about you?
I totally agree with you, because I was also from the same group. Basically for me, very importantly is I have taught in the school where I had written a question and the answer for the student and then I told them to copy it. And then now when I look back, very differently is the kids need to think. Look at, express their own answers in their own word, giving evidence, but then it was not clear. For me, I was thinking like, you get good marks because I was taught like that, my teacher would give me a 10 out of 10 if I copy it from the, that textbook, right, guidebook, and then we used to get 10 out of 10 after putting that in the guidebook, page number, blah, blah, but then this was not the skill. It was totally different, they need to think on themselves, write down and put evidence, and also put their ideas, what do you think about it? So a lot of thinking has changed, and also, that's what I'm giving to the student. I'm not asking them to copy paste like I did in the past, or memorized everything about the best friend and I wrote the same thing on the paper. But now I tell them, think about your friend. How does she look like? What are the things that they'll have done in the past? So, the thing have changed differently. So the education has really changed in the world. So I think we are doing totally different. All the interested parents can come and join us at Pasighat on 18th of November and explore a new way of education. All the details has been given below.